Hello friends, let us calculate advance tax. Let us first discuss the meaning of advance tax. Advance tax is nothing but paying the tax for the financial year in advance. Who needs to pay the advance tax? Any taxpayer with more than rupees 10,000 tax liability should make the payment of tax in advance. How to calculate advance tax? Compute your total taxable income from all the sources put together. Income from salary, income from house property, income from business and profession, income from the transfer of capital asset, that is capital gain, income from other sources. You add them together. Now you deduct any allowed deductions as per the old tax system or the new tax system. The tax regime that you are going to consider has to be decided by you only. Suppose your taxable income is rupees 12 lakh for the financial year 24-25. Calculating the tax liability as per the old tax regime. On first rupees 2,50,000, the tax amount that you have to pay is rupees nil. On the next rupees 2,50,000, that is 2,50,000 to 5 lakh, it will be 5%, 12,500. On the next rupees 5 lakh, that is 5 lakh to 10 lakh, it will be 20%, which comes to 1 lakh. And finally, on the balance rupees 2 lakh at the rate of 30%, it will be 60,000. Total will be 1,72,500. To this you have to add health and education cess at the rate of 4%, which comes to 6,900, and the total tax liability will be 1,79,400. Now calculating your advance tax. By 15th June you have to pay 15% of tax, that is 26,910 you have to pay. By 15th of September you have to finish off your liability to the extent of 45% of your tax, that is 80,730. As you have already paid 26,910, you have to pay the balance of 53,820. By 15th of December, 75% of tax you have to pay in advance. That is 1,34,550 you need to pay. It means the balance of 53,820 you have to pay. And by 15th of March, the last installment, that is 44,850 you have to pay. That means 100% of your tax liability should be paid in advance. The total tax that you have to pay will be 1,79,400. Suppose you are going to adopt the new tax regime for the same taxable income of rupees 12 lakh. Let us calculate first the tax liability. On first rupees 3 lakh it will be nil. On the next rupees 3 lakh to 7 lakh at the rate of 5% it will be 20,000. On the next rupees 7 lakh to 10 lakh it will be 10%, which is 30,000. On the remaining balance of rupees 2 lakh at the rate of 15% it will be 30,000. The total will be 80,000. You have to add health and education cess at the rate of 4%, which is 3,200. Total tax liability will be 83,200. Now calculating the advance tax. By 15th of June, 15% of tax, 12,480 you have to pay. By 15th of September, 45% of tax, which is 37,440. That means the balance of 24,960 you have to pay. By 15th December, you have to pay 75% of your tax. The total tax by this time you have to pay will be 62,400. That means the balance of 24,960 you have to pay. And by 15th of March, 100% of tax you have to pay, that is 83,200. That is the remaining balance of 20,800 you have to pay. The total tax that you have to pay in advance will be 83,200. I hope you have understood. Thank you.